What's up, Rude Nation? This is the Rude Boys. Brr, 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 brr.
Oh boy, it's gonna be like that. Get a couple of drinks in this guy, and he's all.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah. That
What's up,
too.
everybody? I'm Sherm.
I'm Tom.
This is the Rude Boys Power Hour, the newest episode for you and your listening pleasure.
Pleasure.
Tom, what are you drinking, buddy?
I-
Who's in your mouth, I should say.
Oh, this little
You always say that.
little whiskey called.
It's not little, it's big.
Called Jameson.
Big whiskey with a big bite.
Yeah, it's a delicious little drink, and I love it. I love whiskey. What about you? What's in your mouth?
I've got some Jose Cuervo.
Blech.
Blue agave, silver, tequila.
Oof.
But I've got some Sierra Mist.
Yeah,
So,
it's the best way to drink tequila,
Right.
or just throw it against the wall.
well, you're
and
not drinking
drink it.
Jameson like a big boy. You're drinking it with Pepsi.
Yeah.
All right, you failed to mention that,
All right.
but yet I clink. That was a good clink.
Good shit.
Yeah, don't try to fucking step to me.
All right. Calm down. All right, no more tequila for you. Tequila, you get a little mouthy with tequila.
I've got plenty more Sierra Mist
Oh,
and also the
boy.
ginger ale.
No. Good.
Don't step to this.
We won't go into your ginger ale habits right now.
What ginger ale habits?
Your wretched fact that you drink ginger ale with whiskey, it is disgusting.
Okay, yeah, you think it's disgusting, but you then it's also think it's okay for you to just put down what people like. Case in point, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. You can't
One
say
of the worst games of all time.
is what a crazy person would say, but a rational person, which you are not, would say, you know what, that game is not for me. I do not like this game.
Fair.
It is undoubtedly, unquestionable,
The
one
most
of
worst game ever.
The most worst. One of the best reviewed
Needs to
games.
be good.
One of the best reviewed games of all time.
By who? 12-year-olds?
Maybe. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
guys, you know what? 12-year-olds like it, okay?
Yeah. Being baby shit.
They're 12.
That game sucks.
Oh, my God. Okay, see, that's fine. You can say it sucks, because that is a opinion.
The correct opinion.
You got a sparkle on your nose. What are you, going down on a stripper? The fuck? Again?
Well, look, sometimes strippers need love too.
That's fine.
So what do you want?
Let's go into Blitzkrieg news.
Alright, Blitzkrieg! Alright, so in games, we got Sony to produce amiibo-like figurines. Sony loves doing this shit.
Yeah, Sony's a big... I don't want
Copycat.
I don't want... Yeah, okay.
It's just like,
copycats.
hey, you know, they sit next to the smart kid, Nintendo, be like, what do you know? What do you know? Oh, yeah, I can copy? No, I won't make it look the same. Don't worry,
Exactly,
we're cool.
yeah, like the Move controller, the Wii remote, and the
Or
D-pad, and
that-
just fucking
The fighting game
everything.
that was like Smash
Oh,
Brothers.
yeah, PlayStation All-Stars Battle
Yeah,
Royale.
which was fun for a second,
Right.
and then not
that's,
so much.
That's actually a very good comparison that you're making, because all these characters... So Sony's not putting them out. It's another company that... the name escapes me, but they look just straight up like Amiibo, and that's fine, man. Like, growing up, I didn't really have... I know we, or our generation, didn't really have a whole lot of video game... quality video game things going on. I have this little dumb fucking Link from like Zelda 2, and he looks like he's painted in 4 colors, and he's got the derpiest face imaginable. He's right next to
Yes.
the rest of the Link amiibo I have, and he's completely outclassed, and it's hilarious, but that's what we used to deal with growing up. So getting these little characters coming up, I'm definitely down for it. And when you mentioned PlayStation's All-Star Battle Royale, I mean, you got your heavy hitters like
Kratos.
Kratos is going to be in it with the new reboot look.
Okay.
Sackboy, the dude from Bloodborne, the Wipeout car. I know this really kind of sounds lame, but
Wow.
I know they're really pulling.
We were talking about
Parappa the Rapper.
Okay.
That's pretty good. No,
Yeah.
I don't believe Ratchet or Clank. They got Crash Bandicoot.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not necessarily like Sony properties, but like, things that are, synonymous with the Sony brand.
Gotcha.
And I'm down. It's coming out, I believe, spring or summer. Check it out. It's at GameStop or Think Geek, which is kind of the same thing. What else?
We got God of War has a release date
Speaking of God of War.
of
420.
the 420.
Blaze it.
Yeah. It's actually that's a very busy day.
Well, yeah, because we got the Nintendo
that-
Labo,
Super
Troopers,
Troopers,
right?
Rampage,
Hitler's Birthday,
God of War, getting released. Which
Have you seen trailers?
I've seen trailers.
Okay.
I'm patiently waiting for the demo. Like I would like to.
Yeah, you're gonna be waiting for.
They don't really
while.
do demos
They don't
much
do
anymore,
demos,
right?
yeah,
They do
but-
betas.
Yeah, exactly. They do betas, and I
what
feel like
it
a
is.
game like that is probably going to be fine.
Yeah.
Without putting a demo.
Sure.
It looks cool to me. The God of War series kind of fell off a little bit after 3 and Ascension, but I'm totally down to give it another shot. Especially it looks a little. I mean, it does look super violent, but it also looks a little more grounded.
Last of Us.
Definitely Last of Us. Yeah, because by the third God of War, man, you're just like destroying giant creatures left and right, and it's
man.
almost like, wow, like, all right, I get
Jump
it.
the shark a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Or they rip the shark's face off.
Yeah, I mean, one of my favorite things in the God of War series is when you have Helios's head. Helios. And, like, you go to use it, and the head's just screaming every
Yeah.
time you use it. I love that shit.
That's pretty cool, yeah. No, don't get me wrong. Like, I like the lore, I like the mythology of it, but, like, it does get a little up its own ass.
Oh, sure. Because they were like, yeah, all right, let's drill these geeks for money.
Exactly,
Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, what else we got, Tommy?
We got Mitimo to end.
Mitomo.
Whatever, sorry.
Take 2. Tommy one shot.
Yeah, that's what the ladies call me.
Mitomo to end. What is the date?
May 9th
May
of this
9th.
year.
So Mitomo, so you clearly don't know what that is. That was Nintendo's first smartphone app, which we'll get into in a little bit. Nintendo's first smartphone app, which was kind of used like the Mii characters to do like a social network sort of thing. Like it was pretty cute. Like, don't get me wrong. Like for Nintendo's first shot getting into that, it was cute.
Okay.
You made your Mii. It did like a voice to text thing, or a text to voice technically, and it would have a little garbly, like, it would still speak the words, and you could make them curse and say the worst
goes,
things ever. No, you could actually
Really?
word it out. Yeah, no,
Okay.
it's pretty. It was cute for
Okay.
like a week, and then and then I dropped it, and I
Right.
think everybody dropped it.
That was on the mobile, right?
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I had it for like 2 days, so
Sure.
I dropped it.
That's fair.
Sounds about right for me.
Yep.
Alright, so we also got all Xbox games to be available with the release of Xbox Pass.
Yeah. So
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have I don't have an Xbox
Right.
One. I know you do. You think that's gonna be something you're gonna look into?
It might be. So yeah, I was getting the details. So the Game Pass is kind of like their Netflix. Like you can just get any game you want, and
Okay.
it's a subscription model. So I think it's 10 a month, and it goes per month, not like a year or a 3-month subscription.
Okay.
You have to you gotta re-up every month.
Right, like Netflix.
Yeah. And no, it's pretty neat. Like it's something I'd look into. I procured an Xbox One last year. I really haven't used much of it except to play Final Fight.
Right.
So
Ooh.
yeah, I have to get a second controller.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. But no, that's pretty neat for all Xbox One owners. I know that they're really hype about that. So good for you guys. Maybe it'll have me turn my Xbox One on, but
Probably not.
probably not.
Right.
But hey, who knows?
So we also got Microsoft may buy EA.
Yeah, this came out of nowhere, and I think this was just some sort of like wacky financial thing that they were just talking about. I don't think they are, because it really doesn't make any business sense for them. Like EA stuff is all licensing and all, third-party contracts. So like with Disney and LucasArts to make Lucasfilm to make Star Wars games, and they're not going to let them just put it on one console. The same thing with the NFL license. They're not going to have them put it on one console. Plus, EA has been the undisputed worst company ever by Consumer Reports and other third-party surveys. So it doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Microsoft kind of does need a little shot in the arm to get something on their platform. Sure. And I guess instead of building up another studio or whatever, just take toss that money around.
Hopefully Microsoft closes EA.
Oh,
the way EA's done so many others.
That's true. Yeah, that would be something. Right?
Oh, that'd be
that'd be
hysterical.
awful. It'd be millions of people out of business, out of work.
Yeah, fuck them.
Wow.
The Rude Boys item of 2017, the Nintendo Switch sells over 100 million units in its first year. You're welcome,
Did you say
Nintendo.
100?
10 million.
10 million. Okay.
I
I could have sold 100 million.
I put a zero in it. You're still
off
welcome,
the
Nintendo.
top.
Dan.
Yeah, you're really welcome. This was our doing because this thing was floundering until we called it in the last couple episodes
when we went to go see it. Actually,
well, yeah, that's true. We signed off on it, but again, our final stamp of approval came not too long ago when we called it our thing of the year.
Yep.
And yeah, you're welcome. So, this is important because it completely outsold the Wii U life to date in the Wii U's 5+ years in less than 1 year.
Yeah.
A couple other things. So this was during an investors briefing. A couple other things that came up out of that, which I believe are further down in the notes.
Yes.
You got a Mario Kart game coming to mobile. It's called Mario Kart Tour.
I'm down.
That could be pretty cool. Mario
Yeah.
Kart's don't get me wrong, I've seen a ton of videos, not from a video game sect, online, that were talking about this. So this is big news.
Yeah.
Because Mario Kart is pretty much globally universal.
That's really cool.
Globally universal.
Yeah, you kind of sound like an idiot.
Yeah. Don't get me. I didn't let myself go with that.
I know you did it.
Global / universal. How about that? Good save.
Nope. Just stop.
How about this? Speaking of Universal, so Nintendo's been partnered up with them for a little bit as far as getting Nintendo stuff into their theme parks and actually having a dedicated Nintendo, I think like Super Nintendo Land or something it's called, in the theme parks. There were talks about this when the deal first occurred, that Nintendo and Universal are going to make some movies together. The sexy kinds. No, not the sexy kind. The animated kind. I'm sorry. And Tom's face was good. So they just kind of kept that news still going.
Okay.
Kept that news percolating, So Nintendo and Illumination are going to make some movies together. So Illumination, for those who are unaware, are in charge of, they did the Despicable Me movies and the Minions movies, basically. And a lot of hardcore Nintendo fans are like, no, those movies are awful, blah. But yeah, don't get Tom started on fanboys. He's got his own little thing. Keep drinking more JMO, Tommy. So, but you got to realize, like, these movies, the Despicable Me movies, with like a budget of like 80 million or something, can bang out $1 billion. You know what I mean? Like, kids love them, and they know what they're doing. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Don't get me wrong. We were talking about video game memorabilia and merchandise and stuff growing up. The Mario movie we had growing up, I'll take anything over that one.
I didn't see anything wrong with that movie.
Really? Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I really liked that movie.
Did you?
Yeah.
What'd you like about it?
John Leguizamo.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What about him?
I just like John Leguizamo.
Oh.
I've liked him in everything he's been in.
Okay. So you've liked him, but you haven't liked the movie.
Right.
Okay. That doesn't really sound critical.
But I really think that's, one of the finest pieces of modern day cinema of our time.
Okay.
I can't say that with a straight
No, you can't. I was trying to make you break, but you did it yourself. So that's
because I replayed what I said in my head. I was like, "Wow, nope,
this is some bullshit."
Yeah.
Another big thing that came out of that Nintendo's investor briefing was the announcement of the Switch paid online service, which should be coming in September. So I'm not a big, I don't have PSN or Xbox Gold or anything like that because, I really don't have the time for it. I'm not going to lie.
Right.
I don't play multiplayer games a lot. But because it's Nintendo, I'm probably going to pony up that money. Plus, I think it's only just $20 as opposed to, the 50 a month or a year, whatever it is. I don't even really know. I'm not going to lie.
Right.
But with that whole online service, you should be getting some virtual console games that are catered for the Switch. They'll probably have online or leaderboards or shit like that. So, there's still got to be more information. This is the first we've heard of their program since I'd say before the Switch was even released.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They talked about it and then they were like, murmur, and then nothing. Especially when everyone assumed it would have happened already.
Right,
but
right.
It's coming out,
Okay.
and people were going to say it might be coming out with Smash. That'd be a big thing to be like, hey, you want to play online with this brand new Smash? Well, it's $20.
Oh, they are doing. They're doing a new Smash for the Switch.
It's not. Nothing's been confirmed, but
Okay.
that's one of the big things because the Smash Brothers for Wii U was such a big time game for that platform, and already the Switch has outsold that platform. So it would be a shame to see a game like that be just shackled to the Wii U.
Seriously.
We've already seen it with games like Pokken Tournament and also the upcoming Donkey Kong Country game that, these games from the Wii U are slowly starting to migrate their way up to Switch. Mario Kart, boom, perfect example. Bayonetta next month. That's going to be happening. Bayonetta this month. Oh, it's February. Whoa. So that's it, Nintendo. What else we got, Tom?
We got, and this is, I know you're a fan of this, Red Dead Redemption is coming out October 26th of this year.
Correct.
I know.
After a delay, but here we go.
I know people have been clamoring for this. That's one of the game series I know you've been harping on me to get on to, but I just...
It's really good.
Yeah, that's what the general statement that I do here. I've seen some really crazy stuff, like people tying people to railroad tracks and whatnot.
I've gotten an achievement for doing that.
Oh,
too,
wow.
Because they really do that. Fun story about that. I was oh no, I'm sorry. I tried to do that.
Okay.
Didn't work out.
Failed.
I did fail, and I think I got hit by a train. Okay? But fun story about the train. Okay. So you can use the train as fast travel, right? Mm-hmm. So you can go to a station, pick another station to go to, and you can just press a button and it'll skip immediately to the next station. Or you can let the train do what it's got to do and travel, and you get these nice cinematic vistas and sunsets, and look at all the mountains and shit, and you can see people walking around in the nearby towns and stuff. So I let that play out for a little bit as a guy is crossing the train tracks, and he just get plowed, evaporated into mist.
That's funny.
It was hilarious, and it was one of those things just like, what? And don't get me wrong, that was my first Rockstar game I really sunk my teeth into. Okay. So when you see shit like that, you're like, what the fuck? This game is fucked up. But that wasn't intentional. That was just a thing.
Yeah.
So Red Dead Redemption, fantastic.
Awesome.
Hype for the second one.
I'll get on. I have
26, right by my half birthday.
Yeah, I still have so much crap that I'm trying to finish and complete, which I'll be having you help me. Comics.
Comic news.
One thing I saw,
Not a lot of comic news.
I saw it, scrolling on the old Book of Face.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Norman Osborn is the Green Goblin again.
Okay.
He has also acquired the Carnage symbiote.
Oh my lord.
Yeah. So he is.
I gotta look into that.
He looks all Green Goblin with the Carnage symbiote on the glider.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You might have to stop this podcast every time you look that shit up.
I as we're going through our notes, I was like, oh shit, I forgot to put that. I forgot to tell you to look it up too.
Oh shit, that's pretty.
So
pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll
we'll look into that.
Okay,
cool. What else we got, Tommy?
So in movie news, we got Ken Watanabe. Don't know if I said that name right.
Watanabe.
Same thing.
Who was from Inception?
He was also in the Wolverine, correct? Didn't he?
I know 100% he was in Inception.
I'm pretty sure he was in the Wolverine.
This is the educated information you get from the Rude Boys Power Hour, ladies and gentlemen.
I think he played Mariko's fiance.
Who? I'm just drinking.
Yes.
I have no idea who that is.
So,
Ken Watanabe and Bill Nighy.
Bill Nye. No, it's Bill Nye.
It's not Bill Nye.
It's not Bill Nighy.
It's Bill Nighy.
It's Bill
British.
Nye.
You got to say it Britishly.
No.
With a British accent. Bill Nighy.
I'm pretty sure you're wrong. Are cast in the new...
God, you don't read
number one Rude Boys movie, Detective Pikachu.
Exactly.
All right.
This is the Rude Boys Pikachu podcast right now, because I know the Rude Nation is just dying to get more information. You're just drinking Jameson straight up now. Great. This is what I've done to you. Yeah, this is where you come for the Detective Pikachu news. You stay for all the rest of the stuff. So yes, Ken Watanabe and Bill Nighy are both in Detective Pikachu. This movie is shaping up to be quite the cast. It? Probably not, because Tom, I don't see movies without you.
We're gonna Redbox this, aren't we?
No, because that'd be a long wait. We'll have to go see it. We'll have to have our own podcast about it.
You get me drunk enough, I'll go.
Oh, hell yeah. Deal.
We'll go in the afternoon with a bunch of kids.
No, I don't want to do that.
I want to wrestle kids.
Court orders. What else we got?
Oh. So, Duke Nukem might have a star.
And his name is John C.
Yeah, this is weird. This is like off-brand for John
Yeah.
Cena. You know what I mean? Like, I can't see him. Like, he makes poop jokes. Like, I can't see him being like at a strip club. Like, ooh, baby, shake them knockers. I don't know. Duke Nukem says it all.
Doug Nukem. Did you almost say Doug Nukem?
Yeah, Doug Lee. Oh, Duke.
I thought you almost said Doug Nukem.
Doug Nukem, his brother. He's an attorney.
His less successful brother. So yeah,
I'm here to collate papers.
You know what though?
I'm all out of staples.
I mean, from what I've heard, I've never seen that movie Trainwreck. I heard that he was really good in that,
but like
comedy
wise.
wise.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I see trailers of that. Like I see him, and it's just John Cena. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't see an actor. Like, I can see actors do comedy, no problem. But like, I don't know if this is John Cena comments or the Jameson.
Yeah. We're good. We're good.
It's like when I see him do that, it's like I don't get it. Like the movie Blockers or whatever it is, where it's like he's like trying to cock block his daughter because like she's trying to give her virginity away or something like that. It sounds really weird out of the context. There's a trailer out.
All right.
But he doesn't like. It's weird to see John Cena in these situations. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure he's great, but it's like. John Cena, what the fuck? Yeah. What are you doing here right now? So, I mean, can he pull it off? Sure. I mean, he looks the part.
Sure.
That'd be weird. And don't get me wrong, I'd see it. Like, I mean, like, you look at Ryan Reynolds cursing up a storm and being all vulgar and shit for Deadpool. Like, he looks like he was made for that role.
Right.
For John Cena to be Duke Nukem, that's kind of weird. Like, who would be his brother Doug?
Who would be his brother Doug?
Yeah, who would you cast as Doug? DeVito?
No.
Who?
We would need another short guy who's not 1,000 years old like Danny DeVito.
Oh, okay. Joe Pesci?
Sure.
This would be Joe Pesci's return.
Yeah.
Doug Nukem.
Yeah, Doug Nukem will do for Joe Pesci for what Pulp Fiction did for John Travolta.
I hope so. What else we got?
He'll bring him back. We also have a Chris Claremont documentary on his time of writing for Marvel and the on the X-Men comics. Chris Claremont, he's a X-Men writer who really he put a lot of things into motion. He's the one that brought in the whole remember in the 90s they had the blue team and the gold team.
I know of that, yes. They have something similar now, right? I believe.
Similar, yeah, but
this was the first instance of
that.
Yeah,
he's done a lot. I mean, he is super wordy. That was the one thing that always threw me off with him.
Was he right when Jim Lee was?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's where I know that because I know those names together. So
him and Jim Lee did X-Men.
Right. Okay.
So which is it? X-Men 1. I want to say 1 through 7 or 1 through 8, and just some of my favorite storylines Omega. That's where your Omega Red got introduced.
Okay, cool, sweet. Big fan of Omega Red.
That's where you find out that Wolverine was part of Team X, with Maverick and Sabretooth.
Okay. Weapon X?
Huh? No, they were called Team X.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yes. All right.
So I'm stoked for that. I will. If that pops up on Netflix or.
I was about to say, know where it's coming from or not?
It didn't say where it was coming from. It actually sounds like a straight to DVD.
Gotcha. All right. Cool.
So which seems.
I'm always
pretty
down
cool.
for stuff like that because I think nowadays. Our generation is growing up to a point that we want to see stuff about the stuff we grew up with.
Sure.
I know on Netflix they have that show, The Toys That Made Us, and they talk about the old 80s, early 90s Hasbro or Mattel or Kenner, Star Wars, G.I. Joes, whatever's coming up. So something like that I think is right up that same alley.
Yeah, that Ninja Turtles documentary, which was awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was a great
because I think the people that grew up on it, like us, want to go back to their childhood in a good way and research it and investigate and share that information.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm totally down for that. More comic book documentaries, absolutely. Because I'm not gonna lie, dude. The stuff I see on TV, they just seem kind of fluffy.
Yeah, I want the nitty gritty of Well, I walked into Stanley's office. I told him, "F you. This is what I'm doing." Yeah. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Sure.
I don't want to. We all loved each other.
Yeah, exactly. Which is a great story, but it's not.
It's not a story.
It doesn't need to be a story.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree 100%. We also got Andre the Giant documentary premieres on HBO on April 10th. Which, by the way, I never knew you were such a huge Andre the Giant fan.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. It kind of started almost like as a gimmick, like with being the Wall Street Bangers and everything like that. I'm gonna pull the curtain back. I'm sorry. One of the Wall Street I know. One of the Wall Street Bangers things I had going on in my head was that the producer was gonna have only 3 pictures of people that he loved and admired on his desk. One was his wife, one was his mistress, and one was Andre the Giant. And Andre the Giant was going to have the bigger picture. Not because he's a bigger guy, but because for some reason he just loves Andre the Giant that much. Because and for whatever reason, like fiction bled into reality, and it was like, oh my god, like, I really dig Andre the Giant.
That's fucking genius.
Right? Isn't it?
That's fucking genius.
Don't steal that. We may use it.
Oh, man. Yeah, but a bunch of fanboys will cry about it, so.
Right. But, like, like it was just something like that. And, like, for some reason, like, I'm just, like, every time I read about him, I'm like, holy shit, like, this is fucking... And I've never seen the guy wrestle, obviously, because he died before I really got into wrestling. And I'm not gonna lie, I really have never seen an Andre match, but it's just the spectacle of a human being like that. I've seen Princess Bride, don't get me wrong.
Right,
but,
right.
like, the spectacle of a human being that size and what, the
Sure.
legendary status that
Yeah.
he's accrued... Like, I dig that stuff.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm super hyped for the documentary.
Yeah,
and it doesn't seem as fluff as like a WWE documentary.
Yeah, no, this seems like
it'll get pretty good. But I am glad that it's got the WWE blessing.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure they're glad too because, getting HBO, like, that's a big name
Let's
that I know Vince will jerk himself off to.
Let's put it this way. It was they need WWE's blessing, but they needed Vince's blessing. Really, because like Andre the Giant was
You can't do it without
his.
him. Yeah.
Was his. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm definitely looking for. Which funny thing is that is actually 5 days after Mania, I believe.
Okay.
Which is
We'll have our own thing for that.
We will have that. So, all right. We also got the Ant-Man and Wasp trailer is out.
Right.
That's
Which Tommy just saw.
That's really cool looking.
Yeah.
Like, definitely as cool as like Ant-Man was. I'm definitely. Oh
God,
man.
that was a lot of tequila for that one.
Yeah.
Marvel seems to be doing a really good putting out these trailers at a good clip that get you hype enough. You know what I mean? And it looks neat.
It does.
Looks, the Ant-Man movie. I'm gonna say Z movies because we have one movie and the trailer. They just look.
Fun,
you're not seeing that
lighthearted.
the city's gonna blow up or anything like that. Like, it's just a caper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm cool with that.
Sure. I agree. So, all right, in TV news, we got Cloak and Dagger to premiere June 7th.
Neat.
Yeah, did you see the trailer for it?
Yeah, I saw the trailer.
It.
They look like they're trying to cater to a specific audience, which I'm assuming they're doing on Freeform, which used to be ABC Family or some shit like that.
The Harry Potter channel.
Yeah, seriously. So it seems like they're trying to cater to a specific audience with doing so. Like, but I mean the same way they did the Daredevil and all the Netflix ones were to a more grittier adult. This seems to me like a more like high school, maybe girl, and having like some romance or whatever like that. Which, don't get me wrong, like the characters kind of had that, but like aging them as such. Like, whatever, dude. It's just another step to get me closer to Maximum Carnage. And that's all I
they're
give a fuck
totally
about.
they're not gonna go super dark. Where what wasn't Dagger?
Drugs. And
Wasn't
shit
Dagger
involved.
like a heroin addict or something
Something
shit
like that,
that?
something like
Like
that, yeah.
they're not. I don't see them.
Yeah.
Maybe her being an alcoholic, I
Yeah.
could see them touching. Her shooting up, I don't see that happening.
I don't think so either. Maybe they'll give her pills because pills are a little more a bit of a glamour
Or
drug.
Nah, never mind.
Nowadays.
Already,
What were you gonna say cocaine.
I was gonna
Maybe
say.
she'll eat some Tide Pods.
There we go. That's what
Alright.
I was gonna
You can say that,
say.
you can say
Yeah,
it,
I
whatever,
already
I don't
used
care.
it though. That's the
Alright.
thing. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Again, gets me closer to Maximum Carnage. That's all I care about. And
How close are we then?
Oh well, two more steps, baby. That's
Yeah.
it.
What are those two?
Cloak and Dagger.
Right, Cloak and Dagger.
Right. Oh, you also have obviously Spider-Man, Captain America.
Uh-huh.
Fuck it, Tom Hardy's in it too. Sure.
Okay,
Alright.
there you go.
Deathlock.
Scraping. Actually,
He
they
was
had
in there.
They had Deathlock, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
okay,
I mean,
okay.
you also need Iron Fist. Boom.
Oh.
There you go.
Wow, yeah.
Iron Fist was in there.
Yeah, I haven't read that in a while.
Don't get me wrong. Hey, you gotta just cast.
Do you really
Michael
want-
Morbius and Night Watch and Firestar and
They were talking about a
Black
Morbius movie.
Cat.
Black Cat and Silver Sable movie are
True,
is
that
coming
has,
out.
but I'm talking about like legit casting. I would
Right.
feel like we talked about this in
Yeah.
that Spider-Man episode that we just banged out.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, but we always
It always comes back to Spider-Man.
This
Baby.
this is how our conversations go.
It's
always just
always
like,
about Spider-Man.
whoop. No, it's always.
Oh,
Just
you mean
like,
Thwip? I'm really proud of that one.
I'm not. So, oh,
Sorry, I had to get that out.
bleh. What We Do in the Shadows pilot ordered by FX.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Tom got me into this movie.
That guy, I can never pronounce his name because
Tequila Wakandi. That's not right at all.
you had me for a second.
I saw the face.
Tequila Wakanda. Oh my god.
The same director for Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, I mean he's blowing up. he's like, yeah, sure, I'll be everywhere.
Sure, yeah. Why not?
Wow.
But that's a very funny movie.
It was.
You showed it to me and my girlfriend the Halloween that just passed, I believe, right? 2 Halloweens?
2 Halloweens
Really?
ago.
Holy shit.
Same night we watched Vampire in Brooklyn.
We don't need to talk about that. You can see that obviously there's not a fucking pilot order for that. The pilot order for What We Do in the Shadows, and that's very funny. My girlfriend's got a very particular taste when it comes to certain movies, and she really loved that movie.
I kind of feel like when I've recommended movies to you and your girlfriend, I feel like with your girlfriend, I've always hit the mark, pretty well.
Who recommended Teeth?
You guys recommended it to me.
Boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we watched it,
Okay.
and I hated you guys for
Sure.
it.
All right. I remember something went afoul.
I know I recommended Low.
Oh yeah. I think we saw parts of that.
Yeah, and your
What the
girlfriend
hell?
never wanted to punch me in the face
See, all
more
right.
than then.
All right. So there you
So,
go.
but you know what? I feel like there have been other movies where I recommended and your girlfriend's like, I don't know about that, and we watch it and she's like, wow, that was actually really good. So
It's got a surprising taste.
yeah. So in wrestling news, I gotta stop saying so. So Enzo, Suspenso, and Releaso.
Yeah, this goes into the one of the Rude Boys mantras right now. Just
Keep your dirty dick to yourselves.
That's it. That's all we got to say about that. What else we got?
We got Raw 25 brings best ratings in 3 years.
You're welcome for that. Definitely attributed to Tom's live tweeting.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I hope you all followed. Thank you all for interacting with us and everything like that. I had school that night, so but I was enjoying it, man. Any little bit I can get, any phone service I could get to watch those live tweets, man, I was digging it. If you weren't there, be there next time.
Complete stone cold sober,
That's
by the way.
surprising.
Stone cold sober. I was kicking around the idea, but then I was just like, yeah, you know what? It's Monday. Yeah.
Oh, of drinking?
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
I got a long week.
Yeah.
So, we also got next year's WrestleMania has been announced. It's in New Jersey at MetLife Studio, New York's sad cousin.
MetLife Studio?
Stadium.
That's 35?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know 35 isn't right, so it's 33, 34, 35. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. No, that's
so
cool, I
it's
guess.
Be at
The
it's
Dirty
good.
Jers, regardless of what they
Dirty
say.
Jers,
It's
yep.
Dirty Jers.
Yep.
Good for them. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Up and comers.
I know
Small independent.
I know they're going for these stadiums, but like when it comes to like, in 15 years when it's like the 50th, go to the Garden. That would be just so
You
cool.
know what, that's
like,
just-
I know the Garden is so small compared to what they've
so
been doing.
weird. Yeah, no, it's so weird. And once like Barclays opened up, like they do Barclays more often than they do the Garden.
And
At least
they
for
do-
televised events.
Exactly. But I think that would just be so cool, just like WrestleMania 50 at the Garden.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Don't get me wrong, but like,
I have a soft spot.
I see what they do. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's like, the fact of the matter, they had part of Raw 25 at the Manhattan Center. Like, should show. And I mean, they, wrestling news that came out of that was that it was kind of botched, and they only had stuff like basically via satellite from Barclays, and only a couple backstage segments, but. Like that was their way of being like, hey, this is our way of branching or bridging the generations,
right,
between now and then their first episode of Monday Night Raw.
I think it would be funny if, like, a Botchmania episode is just the whole Barclays crowd just sitting there.
Oh, probably. Don't
Like,
get me
just
wrong.
sitting there.
If it hasn't been posted yet, I'm sure something like that is posted.
I'm sure,
yeah.
absolutely.
And like Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross asleep at the announced desk.
Which apparently was false.
Oh, it was? Well,
yeah.
They're both blinking at the same time?
JR said it. He's like, that didn't happen.
Oh, okay.
I was like, okay, relax.
He doesn't want to get fired again.
No. Well, he's not in charge of Ric Flair anymore, so...
No, so yeah, exactly. So he doesn't want to getting fired for falling asleep.
Right.
What else we got?
In our last bit of news, we got Toys R Us is closing 180 plus stores.
This is sad,
Gotta
man.
go shopping.
What? Oh, yeah. Yeah, clearance is going to be starting this month, ladies and gentlemen, so get in on that while the getting's good. There's a list online locally to us. It looks like they listed a lot of them. However,
really?
I did realize that it doesn't differentiate between the Toys R Us's and the Babies R Us's, and usually those are kind of in the same town. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
So, it's one of those things just kind of like you show up and you're like, oh, okay, they got clearance everywhere, so this place is going by. Don't get me wrong, there's one Toys R Us when I was growing up in Queens that I went to maybe like a year or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they received a shipment since I left Queens, like when I was 7. You know what I mean? That place is a garbage dump.
Right, yeah.
And that used to be like, I remember going there and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. This is the best place ever. And then I went there, had to have been maybe 3 years ago, because they were clearancing video games. Oh my dude, bro, like I had to go up a wacky fucking staircase. It was like an upstairs, it was like a second floor Toys R Us. Because the bottom was like a garage for, they had like a mall adjacent or whatever. It was shady.
Queens,
exactly.
Was this all the Toys R Us stuff that fell off the back of the truck?
It could have been, don't get me wrong. Clearly there was no truck that got there fucking in 20 plus years time, but what are you gonna do? But this is sad because growing up I remember looking at video games and having to do like the whole, you gotta get the ticket and go to the desk and get the games like that. And,
yep.
Oh man, just like a lot of good memories, and it's sad because but it's just how the world's going, man. Amazon is just cutthroat as motherfuckers, and don't get me wrong, I'll save $1. It's a shame. I'm part of the problem.
Yeah.
But yep, exactly what you're referring to. Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
And that's all we got for Blitzkrieg.
Blitzkrieg news over. What you been up to, Tommy? Tomas,
huh?
Yeah.
I am finishing up book 2 of Game of Thrones.
Okay. Fire nice.
Clash of Kings, it's called. They have definitely added, character. I was telling you before, characters that I was like, I don't think they were in the show, at all. Gonna probably finish that up tonight, which is pretty cool. So, and then I think I may take a little bit of a break from Game of Thrones because I'm just like, oh my god, if I have to hear about someone else I like dying, I'm gonna.
Well, I mean, you should be already
used to it. I know, but it's in the book. It's just so much more brutal. All right, perfect example. Remember when Theon took over Winterfell in the show?
Yeah.
They burnt, those 2 bodies, and they're saying it was Rickon and Bran.
Yep.
Yeah, no, in this one, he gets... Ramsay Bolton poses as Reek.
Okay.
And they fillet the faces off of these 2 random kids.
Jesus,
and say that... And put their heads on spikes.
Okay.
And I was just like, wow, that's so much more vicious than what the hell they did to
couple farm boys.
I was just like, holy shit!
Ramsay's fucking awesome.
Yeah, awesomely horrible.
No, he's awesome because he was that one character in Game of Thrones that you'd be like, this guy's a motherfucker.
Yeah,
and I got no political agenda outside to fuck shit up.
Something's gotta happen to him,
something does happen to him.
Well, no, when we're watching it in the show, I mean, you're just like, wow, this guy's fucked up.
Yeah, his reign of terror is gonna come to an end.
And I really realized that Tywin Lannister is one of my all-time favorite bad guys.
Sure, he's really good.
They changed something where, remember in the show where Arya was Tywin Lannister's like cupbearer.
Yeah.
In the book, she's Roose Bolton's cupbearer.
Huh. Okay.
Ramsay's father.
Right. Yeah.
So that was weird because like I was in the show I remember really liking the interaction between Tywin and Arya,
Okay.
and you didn't get that interaction at all in the
probably
book.
just flowed better in the book.
Oh, sure.
In the show, just to kind of like get everything started.
Sure, yeah, but like I really liked that in the show. So I gotta say,
Oh, that's cool.
as far as book 2 goes to the show, kind of like the show slightly better
All right.
on this one. So
All right, sweet. What else
I'm
you got?
starting my road to WrestleMania.
Oh, he's pointing at that sign, ladies and gentlemen. He's going
To WrestleMania. I watched WrestleMania 1 last night, and
I'm so sorry.
I got to make it through the 80s. Once I make it through the 80s, I'm good. I'm in like Flynn, man.
You
Like
got 5 of them at least.
Damn. Well, no, WrestleMania 3 is not bad.
All right.
WrestleMania 3 has your Savage, Steamboat.
Sure.
I want to say Piper versus Bad News Brown, where Piper was painted half black.
Oh boy.
And
No. That was that early?
it might have been
Fucking Piper. Crazy guy.
like that was also the one where they switched the makeup. Like instead of grease paint, it was like permanent paint.
Oh yeah.
And
right,
Piper
I
was
heard about
walking
that.
around half black, painted half. I might be wrong that it is WrestleMania 3. I do know WrestleMania 3 is where Hogan body slams
Andre the Giant, brother.
So
In front of 93,000 Hulkamaniacs,
Yes.
brother.
brother,
The Pontiac Silverdome, brother. Shook down to the core, brother. It imploded earlier this year, brother. After the slam of Andre the Giant reverberated into the earth and back out again. Brother.
did Andre the Giant ever touch WCW or no? Or was he kind of long past when
I'm not gonna lie, I think one of his last televised appearances might have been in WCW.
No.
But not like as an active person.
It was
as
like, hey, there's Andre the Giant in the crowd.
Yeah, I
Hi.
think, don't quote me on that,
Okay.
but I feel like that's one of those facts where it's like, yeah, by the way, last time he was by a wrestling ring was WCW. But I don't know if it was like hardcore Eric Bischoff WCW or
Right.
whatever.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
I have also
Sully the reputation of Andre the Giant.
seriously. I've also started to dabble a little bit.
A little dabbling.
A little dabble. In Breath of the Wild.
What?
Yeah.
Holy
Surprise,
shit.
motherfucker!
Wow, wait.
Yeah.
I hope you like it.
I've learned...
It doesn't play like any other 3D Zelda game.
I've learned that you get really fucked up if you fall off a cliff.
Big time.
Yeah. I was running, I had to switch as the handheld.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there running, and
Which
I
is
look...
a good handheld game, too.
Yeah, and I look up, I look up at the TV really quick.
Oh, yeah.
And all of a sudden I'm like, wow, I have half a heart left. I am stuck in one part, which we'll
discuss off show.
Well, no, you'll come by and help me.
Oh, okay. Jesus.
That's gonna be a lot of
I'm
that.
proud of you. That's a big game to get into.
That's a big step for you, Tommy.
But it definitely doesn't play it like the previous 3D Zelda games, which I already know your taste or distaste towards.
You know what I kind of like about it? It kind of has like almost like a dystopian future of Hyrule.
100%.
And I'm like, I like that. Like, you got this like little like iPad thing or whatever. Like,
if you do get more into it, you'll see some of the plot come out, and you'll be like, oh wow, there's some pretty heavy stuff that comes out in here.
Yeah, I just met the dude who's just like, yo, get me that treasure and I'll give you this paraglider.
Okay, yeah, you're still pretty early.
And I'm stuck in that like area. I just got like this magnet thing. I'm like, what do I do with it?
No, because it plays, like I've said already 3 times, it plays unlike a 3D Zelda game. So you do have to kind of almost relearn how to play that type of game.
It plays smoother than any other 3D Zelda game.
I agree. Yes.
I'd have to say.
Which also kind of goes against the grain. Because a lot of them
I like it, though. I like that.
Good, I'm glad.
I like the animation and whatnot.
It's a gorgeous looking game.
It really is. So.
Yeah.
I gotta say,
it's definitely one of my top open world games.
Mm-hmm.
It is still one of my top 5 Zelda games, which is a hot take. Like that's,
yeah.
I wouldn't call it my favorite Zelda game, because there's parts of it about Zelda that I like, and then there's parts of Zelda that I find lacking in Breath of the Wild. I don't see these levels jump up. That could be distressing, but oh well. So again, hot take. I didn't think it was that great of a Zelda game, but I consider Zelda games to be one thing.
Right.
And Breath of the Wild is another thing. It exceeds things I thought it could be, but it didn't scratch the same Zelda itch. It was almost if I was looking for a steak and I got a lobster. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm fulfilled, and it was good, but it wasn't really what I was looking for.
I kind of feel like it's like, I want a steak, but yo, I just got surf and turf, so I'm all right.
Yeah, okay. You know, that's good. That's good, because I get a little steak, I get a little different. Okay, I like that. Better analogy, Tom.
I could sleep tonight.
Tom, your go-to analogy guy.
All right. This is a impromptu Tom's Soapbox.
All right, so Tom's Soapbox, take it away.
Oh, you fucking fanboys are at it again. You fucks. Alright, listen. Read a goddamn comic. Stop crying about Brie Larson's Captain Marvel costume. It's actually paying tribute to the original Captain Marvel, where it was like, you know, green and like tealish and whatnot. Just stop. Just if you seriously, stop with your petitions. Stop with this. Stop with that. Now I'm gonna get onto the fucking DC boys.
Oh, okay.
You DC fucking fanboys are the worst pieces of shits I've ever seen right now. You're a bunch of crybabies planning on sabotaging Black Panther's rating on that rag Rotten Tomatoes.
Really?
Yeah, so no one will go see it. And I'm just like, are you really? Like, are you guys that butthurt that your DC movies, out of what, 5 movies, you have one amazing one? Yes, it does hurt me that Wonder Woman didn't get a Oscar nomination, but you know what?
What? We'll get to that.
Just shut the fuck up. Just enjoy both universes. Stop making these Marvel versus DC things in your heads. Go eat some Tide Pods. Do something. Just kill yourselves. You guys suck. So,
that was Tom's Soapbox.
That was Tom's Soapbox. Sorry, it was a little impromptu. I've been kind of fuming about it all day with that Black Panther one.
Yeah, that's news to me.
Yeah, I saw that earlier today. I was like, you've got to be shitting me.
Right.
And I'm like, you know what? I have a soapbox to talk about this on.
There you go, baby.
Yeah, what have you been up to?
What have I been up to? Well, I have finished my 3rd game of the year, Ratchet and Clank Remake 2017.
Who are you and what have you done with my friend?
PlayStation 4 computer entertainment system. That was a great game.
Seems like that's what I'm hearing a lot from you whenever you bang out one of these games.
Yeah, go figure, right? I put some time and effort into it, and I actually enjoy myself.
I know.
Who knew? I remember playing Ratchet and Clank 1, 2, 3. And I say it like that because I probably played them one after another once I got my PlayStation 2 back in the day, and they just blended all together. So I could not tell you a thing about those games because it was like you're a crazy cat guy and you're running around shooting things with a robot. Like I just told you the plot of the first. I told you the plot of the entire series.
Right? Yeah.
But for 1, 2, and 3, that's exactly what I did right there. So playing Ratchet and Clank, the remake on PlayStation 4. First off, gorgeous looking game. It's like I'm playing a cartoon.
Okay.
Like, it is absolutely fantastic. I played all through Super Mario Odyssey. This game looks incredible. Like, the animation, you know, I think it might just be the animation and stuff like that.
Okay.
I also have more of an affinity to Mario, so I've seen Mario through, you know, Galaxy and Super Mario 3D World and all these other games, you know what I mean? So I'm more accustomed to the Mario and the Nintendo art direction. But, like, Ratchet and Clank, man, this game is gorgeous.
Yeah,
it's beautiful to look at. And being a more, accomplished and evolved and older gamer, like I get the systems better. You know what I mean? Because I remember back in the day playing these games and like you have to level up your weapons and shit like that, and I'm like, I don't think I wanted to do that, so I didn't. But now I'm like, oh hell yeah, I'll upgrade this weapon that shoots a grenade, and the grenade bursts into a disco ball and everybody dances, and then a couple minutes later they all explode from dancing. Like,
Right.
yeah, of course I'll do that, because that's
Why the hell
fucking
not?
funny.
Right.
But so I'm just fresh beating it.
Okay.
Oh, and then finishing the game. I'm gonna put that in there. So there's a challenge mode that unlocks where you can get like bigger and badder weapons. I might take a look at that,
Okay.
because I got Shadow of the Colossus coming, knocking on the door, and that's gonna be the next thing I'm playing, and that's, as of recording, next week.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and I want to dive into that. I don't really know what else I got coming up for PlayStation 4, so I might just kind of God of War, obviously. So I might just go back and try to knock off some of the downloadable games or something like that.
I feel like a schlep compared to you, man.
Dude, I'm scared. I don't know who I am.
Like,
or what
I
I'm
have
doing.
like, I got fucking still The Last of Us, and
Right, yeah.
I got
you have you're listening to books. You've got television,
my mobile
to watch.
games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got stuff coming from different angles.
I know, but I'm just like, shit, like...
You got things pointed at you from all different ends.
Right.
And they're all just shooting at you. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
and, like...
Just blasting in your face.
Like, I'm sitting there and just trying to, like, double everything up in my face.
You're trying to grab something,
Yeah.
but they're everywhere, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And you're getting blinded because they're just shooting you in the face, and it's like covering your eyeballs and stuff like that.
What else have you been up to?
I've also been playing Thimbleweed Park
This fucking game
for
again.
Switch. And I think I mentioned this before, but if
Yeah.
not, Thimbleweed Park is kind of a throwback to the old school Lucas Arts point-and-click adventure games. It was done by Ron Gilbert. I'm kind of hitting a bit of a stride, so I'm feeling it right now.
Okay.
I'm kind of bouncing between 5 different characters.
Okay.
So there's different plots going on. Like, you go to... It's almost like a Twin Peaksy, like, there's a small rural town, and it's a mystery. What's going on here? There's a factory, and, the whole town's run down, and there's a murder, so let's solve the murder. And so you have, like, these two
You
characters...
lost me at Twin Peaks.
Okay, that's fine. So you have these two main characters who are basically like Mulder and Scully, going to the J-Mo. Mulder and Scully from the X-Files, right?
Uh-huh.
But both of them are not being honest to each other, and you don't know this until you play as the character. And
Okay.
you kind of know more about each character as you play, because they're not being, like I said, honest to each other. So you're solving a murder. You're also playing as a couple other characters in lore of the town. So it's like you're dealing with this one young girl who's almost like the heir of the richest family in town, but she
Okay.
doesn't want anything to do with the business, but she was kind of like the all-star of the family. So you gotta have to kind of figure out what she wants to do and what happened to her father and what happened to her uncle. There's a lot going on, and it's pretty funny. It's not like laugh out loud funny, but it is very like oh, that's really clever, that's really funny, I like that, like I appreciate the humor.
I just want to play my Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh, man, that's gonna be something. I may. Side note, I'm probably gonna wait for a Game of the Year once all the DLC is out.
I believe... I gotta look it up. I think a lot of the DLC may be free.
There is no DLC. It came out 2 days
No,
ago.
no. But I think stuff that they release will be... It's not gonna...
That is a poor business model, Tom.
That's what... Monster Hunter's doing the same thing.
Monster Hunter's different. Monster Hunter's a different style game. Monster Hunter can be almost like a service. This is a fighting game. You're gonna pay to want characters. 100%.
We'll see. You okay?
Yeah, okay. I've also been, because I want to dedicate some time to this. I've been watching the WWE Mixed Match Challenge.
You love.
I
The Mixed
really
Match
do.
Challenge. I know you do, and that's awesome.
The lead up to it was fantastic. Like, I didn't think much of it. I thought it was just this like ploy to just be like, oh, Facebook is having their own Facebook Watch portion. Let's get the WWE in there. Yada yada yada. But like having like the teams that have been made up so far and the dynamic, and what's good is that it seems like all the competitors are just having a good time.
Sure,
You know what I mean?
no.
And they're putting on great matches so far. Like as of recording, the we've been up to episode 3. Okay, so we've seen 6 of the teams.
Yep.
6 of the mixed tag teams, And the dynamics between all 6 of those teams are completely different. Like, you got... I'll just do a brief recap. You have Finn Balor and Sasha Banks, Boss Club, against Natalya and Shinsuke Nakamura. And just the dynamic Kitty Club, sure. And just the dynamic between those two, like, you know, Natalya was a little bit of a boss. A bully.
A bully bitch.
Sure. Bully Botox bitch. To... hot take. To... Nakamura, and, you know, kind of bossing him around, because, like, again, it deals with, like, the
dressing him as her father,
which is weird, and it deals with, like, the typical face heel alignments in wrestling, but it kind of, like, you know, maybe, like, doesn't really push that too much. A good example of that is the previous episode would be Alexa Bliss and Braun Strowman versus Sami Zayn and Becky Lynch. So on one end with Alexa Bliss and Braun Strowman, which, by the way, is a wonderful ship that everybody should not look too deep in the internet for, but is fantastic. Like, I love all of this.
Scarlet Spider's happy about it.
He is. His arms are up. But, like, Braun's doing not heelish things. You know what I mean? This is a man who tried to murder Kane several times.
And Brock Lesnar.
And Brock Lesnar. And he's just, like, chilling with, like, the you know, having not a smile on his face, but, like, these kind of goofy vignettes where he's, like, telling Alexa Bliss to train, and he goes to her and he's like, look, we're going to start small, all right? You're not going to lift the ambulance. You're not going to lift a tractor trailer. So here's this fucking Mini Coupe. I want you to try to lift it. And Alexa Bliss is like 5-0. And, you know, it's just funny stuff like that. But adorable as all hell. And then they put each other's shirts on. You know,
that was hysterical.
Funny. And you got like a triple X large shirt on Alexa Bliss.
Which
and child's
something
small.
about that. With her wearing his shirt, I was like, you look adorable in that.
Right, no, absolutely, yeah. But Sami Zayn and Becky Lynch, I thought was an incredible tag team, because those two people get together. It's almost like... Think about this. I can relate it... growing up, I had this one kid in my neighborhood who, like, we were at war. Okay, we hated each other, all right?
Right.
Growing up, though, because we were in the same neighborhood, we went to the same high school together. Okay. And it got to a point where we had to do, like, one final project, and we just partnered up together.
Right,
because it was like, look, like, we're above this, but, you know, we kind of can see eye to eye.
Right.
That's kind of what that tag team was all about.
Okay.
Like, Becky Lynch was trying to bring the good out in Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn was trying to bring out, like, the real, like, not badness.
Bitchiness.
But, like, not bitchiness either, but, like, try to be confident and, you know, don't listen to the fans sort of thing. Do what's good for you. And, like, the promos that they have are fantastic. Like, I cannot stress how much I'm digging the Mixed Match Challenge. And the tag team, the team so far are awesome. You got Jimmy Uso and Naomi, which obviously husband-wife combo. Rusev and Lana, obviously husband-wife combo. Goldust and Mandy Rose, which is like Team Rose Gold.
Right, because Alicia Fox got injured. So
Bayley and Elias, that could be fun.
Yeah.
Both come down with fucking guitars. Maybe fucking Bayley shows up with a ukulele.
That'd be
funny. Or some shit like that.
Charlotte and Bobby Roode.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a good combo.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited for this. And again, they seem like they're having fun. And so far the matches have been very good. Yeah. So watch it, please. It's on the network, I think, like maybe a week and a half after. Watch it.
What I really liked was the promo after the Braun and Alexa match, where I think you're really cute too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
no, that was so.
It was just so funny. Like I really dug it.
You wouldn't see Braun cut that shit on Raw. You would see Alexa cut that shit because it's falling into her alignment where she is like, you know, trying. Maybe she's manipulating Braun to get to the top here.
Exactly.
But Braun would never do this shit. Maybe he would. Maybe he's like smitten. You know what I mean? I mean, the writing staff is hit or miss when it comes to like regular wrestling stuff, but you know this has been good so far. There's a post-match promo with Becky Lynch and Sami Zayn that everybody should watch.
Okay,
I'm just gonna put it that way.
I'll check it out when it's up on the network.
Exactly.
Okay,
yes.
Cool.
All right. And
sounds
that
awesome.
Is what I've been up to.
Word.
So I mean that's pretty much it. Like I mean we did have a couple of topics, put in the nice big corkboard pin over here at the Wall Street Bangers estate right here in our recording studio, but I mean I think this is a good, post Royal Rumble, post NXT, post Raw 25 super show that we did last time.
Yeah, marathon.
To kind of get back into it. We got our Blitzkrieg news is out. We got our what you've been up to's. And yeah, so I'll say right now, what we're going to talk about in the next couple weeks is we're going to analyze what's going on at the MCU. So we're going to do like a bit of a retrospective from, I would say Iron Man to Black Panther. And we're going to talk about those movies and everything leading up to it. We might cut that into 2 episodes or something like that, probably, because that's 18 movies, good lord. But when we get to Infinity War, we're obviously going to have a Black Panther and Infinity War episode, 100%. But when it comes to the MCU stuff and things like that, then what we're going to do is talk about the future of the MCU, which I think is going to be post-Infinity War. Especially with the X-Men and all the Fox stuff coming in. At some point, who knows? That's going to be huge. And it's something that we want to talk about, and it could be a lot of fun.
I think it's going to be an incredible amount of fun.
Yeah. Incredible Hulk.
Incredible.
Yeah. Tom loves my fucking
puns.
They're not even puns. They're not even bad jokes. They're
just
like
they're Sherm jokes.
They're just like these, like a weird thing a retarded person has with Tourette's says.
Chris is what I like to call a waterhead.
Oh, God.
I love you, but you're a waterhead.
And on that note, we're going to be wrapping it up here at the Rude Boys Power Hour. If you want to reach us up on Twitter, we're at RudeBoys469. Facebook page would be facebook.com/RudeBoys469. If you want to watch our antics on YouTube, which we have no antics thinking about it, but if you want to listen to our podcast again on YouTube, which you can do so, you can go to the link bit.ly/RudeBoysRudeTube, and you want to hit us up on Gmail, rudeboys6969@gmail.com. And if you want to hit us up individually, which we're more than happy about,
I could be
what the fuck was that?
I could be reached at mini stroke. I could be reached at Tommy_Cash with a K.
Absolutely, and I can be reached at Tesherms TEH_SHERMS. Thwip it good. We gotta pay for that song. I can't do that. So anyway, we've been the Rude Boys.
Rude Boys.
That's been a Power Hour. And we'll see you later, Rude Nation. Be safe.
Have a wonderful time.
This has been a Wall Street Bangers production.